Hey, I wanted to talk to everybody today about nervous regulation. I know for me, as a mom of four kids, three of them have needed extra help. Nervous regulation is something that I have had to teach myself as an adult. I did really well with it until I had kids, and then when they would have meltdowns and lose their ever-loving mind over small little things, I would feel like I wanted to cry too. I didn't know how exactly to handle hour and a half, 2 hour, 3 hour meltdowns, especially when they would start to injure themselves. I don't know, even normal life as an adult with children. Um, Two of my kids as babies were super colicky. And that was another time where I just thought, what in the world? Another one that made me really question if I was going to succeed as a mom was mastitis. I don't know if anyone out there has breastfed babies, but it's where your milk ducts get infected. That was super painful. And they said, oh, yeah, the way to fix mastitis is have your baby, like the chin, be right on the clogged duct and then massage it. And it's gonna hurt, but that's the only way to unclog the duct. What? So stuff like that has just made my head tilt a little bit, and I've probably cried a lot more tears than I should have. Um, I've come unglued, I've yelled and screamed and lost my ever-loving mind as well as my kids. So this article that I just made on women encouragement is extra close to my heart. I was in a 22-year marriage. It wasn't great, but then I got remarried for 2 short years. And in that time, I felt like love was turned on and off like a faucet. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was on my husband at the time on his good list or bad list, if he was for me or against me. It was just really super confusing with my nervous regulation. He took me on a trip, and then 3 days later, he filed for divorce. So I felt so traumatized after that. I had a really hard time feeling okay. I was constantly on a head swivel where I was wondering what was going to happen next. Nothing felt ordinary or expected. Everything felt like I was in the middle of a hailstorm. I don't know if any of you can identify with this or not, but for me, I started just wanting to be in bed all the time. I didn't even want to go out of bed. I really lost all sense of me. Everything just felt super chaotic. So, it took me a few years to climb out of that. I got a full-time job, started a routine, started self-care. I've been in trauma therapy for 5 or 6 years now, and we constantly learn nervous system regulation and therapy together. So I know you can easily Google this and watch it on YouTube, but it's a lot of tapping, you know, right here, tapping. Another one is giving ourselves a hug because supposedly we can't tell the difference between someone else hugging us and us hugging us in our nervous system. So sometimes I just give myself a big squeeze. Other things that really help me, um, there's a combination that's super nice, is frankincense essential oil with grounding blend essential oil on my feet. Another one is lavender oil in my diffuser. That helps me come to center. Um, Other things have been walking. The first few years, all I did was in my spare time, I would just take off and start walking, especially with my oldest son. That was some precious time that I had with him. He was looking for a job at the time, and we had great conversations and stuff. So I wanted to throw all these out to you as some regulation techniques that you can try. The other one that was super helpful to me right after he filed for divorce, the day after he let me know that he was leaving me, I was served with papers. So I immediately started trying to ground myself. So think of five things that I can see, five things that I can feel, five things that I can smell, five things, just trying to get myself to connect with what's around me instead of me disassociating or being somewhere else, daydreaming far off. Um, so if you want more information, I strongly encourage you to look at Women Encouragement. I'll leave the link below in the comments, but check that out. There's my newest post is on overwhelmed moms, nervous system regulation. And I made that as a blog post because I feel like so many of us are just right on the edge where the next straw could break the camel's back, or the next shoe dropping could just shatter us in our hearts. A lot of times, at least that's how I was um, in raising my four kids. I was so into making sure that they all were thriving and doing well that I wasn't spending enough time on me. And I would, forget to, I don't know, shower or go to bed. I would end up being up till late at night, Googling different diagnoses and therapy treatments and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't have to be that dire. Just being a mom in general, to even kids that are, um, I don't think I'm recording myself. I am. Just regular kids, average Joe kids. I mean, it's a lot. So just let's keep our chins up. Let's be gracious to ourselves. Make sure we do at least one nice thing for ourselves each and every day. And know in women encouragement, the best is yet to be together, you and me with Jesus. We're stronger together, better together. And feel free to look at the resources on womenencouragement.com. And then if you want more support, where we hang out the very most is on Facebook. I put a devotional in there every day. And then we just have silly banter a lot as well. And other women post their content too. So, all right, guys, be blessed.